Hi, you're watching TV9 Digital. I'm Neha. It appears the Congress party's biggest internal challenge has arrived and the party is left with no choice but to face it. The G23 wave of rebellion has waned a bit but hasn't really died. On the 27th of February, stalwarts of the Congress assembled in Jammu to send out a strong message to the party high command. Ghulam Nabi Azad undoubtedly stole the show. Why, you may ask? Well, precisely because he praised the Prime Minister and said that Narendra Modi, just like him, never hid his true self. The praise comes days after Prime Minister Narendra Modi heaped praises on Azad in Rajya Sabha in an emotional speech. Congress leaders like Anand Sharma and Kapil Sibal publicly accepted that Congress is growing weaker. But is this something that the Congress party is ready to accept and work on? I spoke to senior journalist Neerja Chaudhary about Congress's future, and this is what she had to say. To speak more on this, joining me now is veteran journalist Neerja Chaudhary. Many thanks, ma'am, first of all, for talking to TV9. My first question to you would be, what do you make of these G23 leaders assembling in Jammu and sending out a strong message to the party high command?
Look, on the face of it, the timing was very curious because the elections have been announced May 15 to 30th. That was one of their demands. And yet this seems to be a very thought through move. It's not an off the cuff move. Even though Rahul Gandhi has said, from G23 to G7, with 7 of them appearing there. But I think it's a calibrated move. And it seems to me that the one is that clearly they've decided Ghulam Nabi Azad is going to be the leader of the group. Absolutely. That is clear from their, statements and body language and whatever they said in Jammu. Number 2, it seems to me that they may not allow the president's election to go uncontested. Okay. So if Rahul Gandhi will stand, maybe one of them will stand. Now they may or may not win, but they would certainly like to make sure that they don't lose badly.
So in that case, what are the chances of Rahul Gandhi winning the elections?
Look, you can't say that Rahul will not win. Certainly not. Because, still the party is very much in the hands of the people who control it. So, but they would like to make the point, we want an election. What we've been asking for is democracy within the party. We will contest the election, one of us, and we will put up a good fight is what they will now try for. If you look at the character of the group, you have Hooda, Bhupinder Singh Hooda, who has a hold in Haryana. As far as the AICC delegates will go, he certainly has a hold. He is the mass leader there. So Haryana is there. Now, Captain Amrinder Singh in Punjab has been making pro-Rahul noises, but we don't know which way he'll go. And remember, Manish Tiwari, who's one of the people who was there, has been very close to Captain Amrinder Singh. Manish Tiwari had got his ticket last time to contest and he won, courtesy Captain Amrinder Singh. So also Himachal, we don't know whether that will get split.
Anand
Sharma. People say he doesn't have a mass following, but we don't know what the sentiment is going to be within the delegates.
Well, I'm sorry to interrupt, but talking about Anand Sharma, this particular meeting comes after Mallikarjun Kharge was made the leader of opposition in Rajya Sabha. Anand Sharma particularly seems to be unhappy about this move. Given the limited choices at this point of time, who would have taken on the mantle? Was there anyone?
Well, anybody could have taken on, there's a Digvijay Singh, there's a Kamal Nath. What they feel at the moment, is that the North is being given short shrift. So North is where this group is going to, it's where these states that they will tap into. There'll be Rajasthan. Will Rajasthan get divided? Uttarakhand, what will happen? UP, I think Priyanka, and her people will, I think that's a large state. But what happens to Madhya Pradesh? Where will Digvijay Singh go? Where will Kamal Nath go? What happens in Bihar? What happens in Bengal? Though Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary is there, but again, we don't know how Bengal is going to go. The short point I'm making is they will want to, if Rahul stands, they will want to ensure that it is not an uncontested victory.
It seems the Congress party is split down the middle between the old guard and the young guard. Young guard, obviously, who kind of support Rahul Gandhi and who want him to continue as the AIC, or who basically want him to take over as the ICC president. But
this clearly does not augur well for the party, does it?
Yeah, look, it's a law of nature that the young have to replace the old. The old cannot be there forever and ever and ever. They've had their innings, no doubt about that.
At this
They
point
were
in time, they say, what about the experience that we carry with us?
absolutely. So that experience should be put to use. That's point number one. And there are roles that the older people now you cannot give everybody Rajya Sabha. Congress doesn't even have that many Rajya Sabhas going at the moment, given the state of affairs in the party. But there is something called izzat. Izzat se karna, and I think somewhere that has been missing. And the one thing that now it's being said, the party has done so much for Ghulam Nabi Azad over the years. It's given him so much and so much and so much. Okay, but he has also given to the party so much and so much and so much. You could ask the Gandhi family that. The party has done so much for the Gandhi family, just as they've done so much for the party. Not just they, but their whole families over the
It's a two-way
decades.
process, is what you're saying.
It's a two-way, and that's a very false kind of argument that's being made
Correct.
today.
Understood. Talking about Rahul Gandhi, taking a look at his report card, is Rahul, does really Congress party need him and want him at this point in time when the party is already struggling to revive itself? Because
Look,
Rahul
that-
really isn't somebody who's been able to prove his mettle.
I think the G23 came into existence because they had reservations about Rahul coming to the fore. Though it was said that he was, doing backseat driving of his mother, that if he wanted to come, he should come up front, take responsibility, be accountable, rather than, pulling the levers
All
from
they
behind the
wanted
scenes.
was visible, articulate leadership.
And full-time leadership. But
Absolutely.
having said that, that's a way of saying, putting it publicly. But a large number of them, many of them, have reservations about Rahul's leadership. Does he have what it takes to take on Mr. Narendra Modi? Now, does anybody in the Congress today have what it takes to take on Narendra Modi? But it is possible because of the image Rahul has got, without the public connect, that it may have to be brand Congress rather than Rahul that takes on Narendra Modi, and it may be a long haul. But somehow, you have to go past this hurdle that many feel that Rahul represents in the party today.
The 5 state elections are around the corner, and since these involve states in the east as well as the south, one would hope that the Congress would do all it could to revive itself. Can the party redeem itself in the face of this onerous challenge? We will know come May 2. Many thanks for watching. If at all you like this video, do not forget to subscribe to TV9 Digital across all social media platforms. Stay safe.